Hello, it's your boy G-Reels here, and it's time to look at the delicacies of this weekend's new release, The Menu, starring Ray Fiennes, Anya Taylor-Joy, and Nicholas Hoult, among others. Is this a meal worth savoring? Let's get into it. The Menu follows 12 attendees that are taken to a private island to experience the dining masterpieces of Chef Slowik. He's the kind of chef that not only offers food that is prepared with an excessive attention to detail, but there is also a story to go along with it. His meals aren't meant to be eaten, they are meant to be tasted. This particular experience represents the culmination of his career and the fulfillment of the small army of cooks that have bought into his cult-like approach to dining. The 12 people invited include 2 returning diners, Richard and Ann, an influencer food critic named Lillian, and her editor Ted, egocentric techies Soren, Bryce, and Dave, wannabe famous actor and his assistant Felicity, a foodie named Tyler, and his date for the evening Margot, and Slowik's mother. Some of the attendants crave the experience, while others appear to be there because of clout. The one person who feels very out of place is Margot, because she wasn't on the original invite list, since Tyler had another date in line, but she canceled at the last minute. Margot's presence throws Slowik off, and you can tell that his offbeat plans for the evening didn't include her. As the evening progresses, the attendees realize they are more a part of the menu than they realize. What gives the menu its particularly delicious bite is that it's a wickedly smart satire that skewers the ultra-rich and privileged. It has a lot to say about the famous and wannabe critics that immediately shows it's not taking any prisoners. While the trailer has promoted the film more like a horror comedy, the dark satire takes center stage while the building tension is that of a thriller. The film works best when it's playing for laughs, but sometimes the terror of the situation blends with the humor in a completely satisfying way. You almost feel bad for laughing about what's transpiring on screen, but once you settle into the menu's tone, you're all in on the dish it's serving you. It should be noted that director Mark Mylod is a veteran of such TV shows as Shameless and Succession, and he brings a lot of the pedigree from those shows to the menu. The film is beautifully shot and matches the beauty of the dishes being presented on screen. You feel like you're in the chef's experience with the diners, and that becomes even more apparent once things get a bit unhinged. Mylod has a steady hand with all the proceedings, and he builds to each moment gradually. He's essentially directing through courses like a meal, and each one is more appetizing than the one before. Screenwriters Seth Reese and Will Tracy also deserve kudos for starting up a killer script that sizzles from start to finish. A lot of the strength of the menu comes from the script, which leaves it to the actors to bring it all to life. As the case with any ensemble cast, some stand out more than others, but I must stress there is no weak link here. The entire cast understands the assignment, and they all shine. That being said, Ray Fiennes is 100% committed to being wonderfully unhinged and darkly funny as Chef Slowik. Going toe-to-toe with him is Anya Taylor-Joy, who continues to prove that she is one of the best actresses of her generation. She has a few one-on-one scenes with Fiennes that represent the film's best. Fiennes is a seasoned vet, and Taylor-Joy matches him in each of their moments. Nicholas Hoult is deliciously smarmy and cringy as Tyler. This is probably some of the best work I've seen from him, and you can tell he's having a lot of fun playing someone who is a bit despicable. Lastly, Janet McTeer's influencer critic is completely on point. I've been around characters like this in my lifetime, and I must say, McTeer nails every single pretentious nuance. The menu isn't full of grand social commentary. Even though this is a send-up of the privileged and the self-absorbed, there is no political messaging. The fun is in watching these stereotypes get what's coming to them. And while the character of Margot represents the stance of the general audience who is looking into a world that is uncommon to them, the menu is full of tongue-in-cheek nastiness that goes down just right.
Is that going to fit everyone?
Yeah, easily. 12 customers total.
How do they turn a profit?
$12.50 a head, that's how.
What, are we eating a Rolex?
It's one of his classics. You have to try the mouthfeel of the mignonette.
Please don't say mouthful.
Tonight will be madness.
Welcome. We'll endeavor to make your evening as pleasant as possible.
Welcome to Hawthorne.
Here we are family. Yes, chef! We harvest, we ferment, we gel.
They gel.
We gel.
He's not just a chef, he's a storyteller. The game is trying to guess what the overarching theme of the entire meal is going to be. You won't know till the end.
Who are you?
I am Margot. Why do you care?
I have to know if you're with us or with them. This menu,
The pictures, they're of us.
this guest list,
How did he get these?
It's not good.
this entire evening.
This is just theater. It's stagecraft.
We're leaving now. Has been painstakingly planned.
This is real, isn't it?
What the hell is going on?
We now offer you a 45-second head start. Okay, 45 seconds starts now. This is what you're paying for.
Get out of my way.
It's all part of the menu.
It's okay.
No, we're gonna die tonight.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
You told him it was my birthday?
Seemed funny about 3 hours ago.